Hey there, fools. Big T here, back with another video, and in this video we're going to unbox and review the PlayStation VR. No, it's not new. It's not a new console, but I just acquired one myself. It's something that I had been eyeing for a while. I just didn't like the price. The price of admission was kind of high, and you know, I wasn't really sure about VR. I needed that system to get some games worthy of that purchase under its belt. Early on, you know, with stuff like that, it can get really gimmicky, and so you just kind of got to be careful until you wait for games to come out that really, you know, push what the hardware can do. So I felt that now was certainly the time, and the price was certainly right. I was able to get one for super cheap. Came across one in a pawn shop, just in the box. I thought everything was in it. I should have probably checked that, but at the end of the day, it didn't really matter that much. So yeah, let's open it up and check out what's going on in there, and then do a review. Here it is, the PSVR. I didn't mention that this is a used copy, not copy. This is a used system, I should say. I got it from a pawn shop, so like I said, the stuff is in here, but it's not going to be like brand new, rolled up and wrapped. And I'm having issues just taking this out, and I know I'm ripping something, but I'm gonna definitely screw this up. So pull out this part here. I don't know what this is. Well, something fell out of there. Let's see. Let's move this around because there's not enough room to put all this stuff together. Up here, let me just see if I can get the major stuff out. There's the headset, looking really nice. I mean, this is a used system, like I said, so it does look really good for being used. I mean, it looks damn near like new. So what's in here? We got the camera, yeah, and looks like the camera stand there. Let's see what else is here. Looks like some wiring and whatnot for something. Probably the, I forget what they call it, the separate processing unit is where everything goes into. That's the camera there. Looks really good. Like I said, all this stuff is in really good shape, and I'm very happy about that. Obviously there's the unit processing. It's a little dusty. Wipe that off, and this is where everything goes into. And then that goes out to your PS4. So let's go ahead and pull out the last little thing in here, if I can get it out. Let's see here. 1 second. You guys see that Suave hand sanitizer. You gotta have your hand sanitizer. Here are the two Move controllers, also in really good shape, like new condition. Gonna have some fun with these bad boys for sure. Put those up there. Here's the headset. Like I said, it's in pristine condition. I'm sure this thing was barely used by whoever the previous owner was. You see those little hooks on the side? That's where you can stick your headphones in conveniently to keep them out of the way when you put them on your head. I haven't used them yet, but I know that's what they're for. I've seen reviews of this system already, the PSVR. So, yep, looks really good. There's your one headphone there, and there's the other one hanging. Pretty good weight. It's not heavy. It's not overly light, but it's, you know, it feels good. Like I said, it rests pretty comfortably on your head. And let's see what we have here. This is where the unit was, and so here's the unit's power, what do you call it, power brick. Not too big, but it has its own power you have to plug in, which is understandable for something, a device like this. I hope you guys aren't hearing the rain outside. But if you are, my apologies. And there's the instruction book. I didn't need... This is how simple it was to hook this up. I didn't need any instructions at all. I basically just looked at the device, and I was able to plug everything in with no problem. First time, no confusion, and it all worked. So that's just a testament to how easy it was to hook up. Now let's look at some games. Unreal Engine pops up. Whoa. This is very cool. Sitting in the middle of a, well, that's the end of it. Looks like some kind of hall. It's very cool. Got the Moss book in front of me. On, getting out of here. Let's go in the Astrobot. Japan Studio. Rest in peace. Astrobot Rescue Mission. Can we recalibrate this? Wait. Oh. There we go. Whoa. There we go. There we go. Woo! Ah! Little Astrobot. Oh, why is it over there? Hey! Super cool. Fantastic. Moving on. Oh, this is really cool. Some controller in front of me. Selections. Wow. Nice. This headset is very comfortable to put on. Even if you wear glasses, it feels great. Now, right now I can't see a damn thing, but I just want to show you how comfortable it is. And if you don't like the fit, you can press that button like I said, pull it down in the back, and get the fit you want. I mean, this feels great, and you can play this or have this on for hours and hours, because it just feels comfortable. You don't feel like there's extra weight on your neck or anything like that. It just sits really well. And it's a wonderful design. Similar to your PlayStation 4 controller, the light on the back, how your camera follows that, it also follows these lights, so you can do 3D movement in space. So it knows when you're coming closer, it knows when you're going further away, that kind of stuff. And when you're playing with the controller knows when you're bringing it close to your face. And like I said, fits very comfortably, and you can wear it for a long time. The headphones are really good. The quality of the sound is great, and it just works really well. Like I said, it came with these 2 Move controllers, and I don't have a game, or at least I haven't played a game yet that utilizes these. But from what I hear, they work really well. It's really cool to see that something that was kind of a laughingstock on the PS3, nobody really paid attention to or utilized all that much, gets reused in a pretty good way on the PS4 with the PlayStation VR. And it's a really smart move to utilize these for that. And you can get them fairly cheap now. There was a time they were super cheap. They're going up a little bit in price, but $25 or so will get you at least one. So I have those 2. And so let's look at some of the games here that utilize the VR pretty cool. Concrete Genie. It's a pretty cool, as you can see, it's still sealed. I haven't touched this thing yet. It's a pretty cool game from what I've seen. You utilize the Move controllers, I believe, for this. Yeah, it has it at the bottom there, enhanced. You don't need to play this game in VR, but it's just a mode that the game also allows. And there's some games that I was surprised that actually do have VR in them. Some of them don't show them on the case because it came after the fact. They added the stuff like that for VR for the game. Actually, I'm not sure if this uses VR or not, because on the back it shows PS Move controller compatible, PS camera compatible. So I don't know if you can actually go into VR in this, although I've seen on, like, if you put the game in on your PS4, if you install it, it'll say right under it when you roll over onto it, highlight it, it'll say PSVR. So I'm guessing there's a VR mode in this as well. Like I said, you don't see it on the cover here, but I think it also has a VR mode. I gotta check that out. But here's the game that basically made me get a PSVR, and this is Astrobot. Astrobot Rescue Mission, yeah. And I just saw reviews for it and people just gushing over it, and I have to say, after playing it myself for quite some time, it's all it's hyped up to be. This is the game that PSVR was made for. This is the game that really showcases it very well, and it's a platformer, so you wouldn't think that. You think it'd be some first-person game or whatever, and the first-person games are great in this as well. I'll show you one in a second. But this was the game that said, all right, they're taking VR seriously. They're making a really cool platformer using it, and it works really, really well. Now, you'll hear this 1,000 times and people trying to describe VR and how good it is or how it works, and you just don't know until you try it. It really works that way. You can't watch somebody, you can't even watch this video of me playing VR games and thinking, oh, because you just look at a flat 2D plane, not 2D, but the image is 2D to you. It's not until you put these goggles on and you're immersed in this world, you look around and you truly feel like you're there. Especially if you get a nice swivel chair like mine where you can just swing all the way around, 360 mode. You really feel like you're in that world. And I had dabbled in VR before. I think I demoed it at a convention. I want to say PAX, probably PAX East. I think I demoed one of the ones for PC. Oculus was for PC at the time, but I think it was the other one. I can't remember the name of it. But I demoed that. I thought it was cool. But when you're out in that kind of situation, it's almost like you're at a theme park kind of thing. It's like, oh, when you experience something at a theme park, you think it's really cool, but when you leave, you forget. When you go home or whatever, it's like, oh yeah, it was cool, but you don't really remember how cool it was. And that's what VR is. You got to get it home, and you got to get it on your head to see how cool it is. And I'm, blown away by it. And this is, kind of entry level VR. This is not even the highest fidelity of visuals, and it's pretty good. Don't get it wrong. It does look really good on the PS4 VR, but there are better quality images out there, better quality goggles and all that out there, but way more expensive. Now here's the first person game I was talking about that utilizes VR very well. Now it's first person because you're in the cockpit of a X-wing, or I'm not sure if you fly anything else other than the X-wings and TIE fighters in this game. It looks like B-wings and what are those called? A-wings also. So looks like you fly a lot of different ships. Now I will say that the visual fidelity isn't as good in this game, but it feels like it's a little bit grittier. But I think that works for Star Wars, especially because Star Wars, at least the ones I grew up with, had this gritty kind of look to them. But man, do you feel like you're in that ship? You feel like you're in that cockpit. You lose a bit of the immersion because when you turn all the way around, you can look at your torso sitting down. But if you just stay forward and you kind of do this, side to side, look down, you see your feet, your hands come out to work the controls of the ship and all that. I felt like I was on a roller coaster, flying around, Star Destroyers and stuff, and just, blasting enemies. It was freaking amazing. This felt like one of those 3D rides at like Universal Studios or something. Very, very cool. And I knew right away when this game came out, because they said you can only play this game cockpit mode. You can't go like third person and behind the ship or any of that stuff. You can only see this game through the cockpit. And I'm like, well, if that's the only way I have to see it, I wanted to do that in VR. And when I heard that there was a VR mode for this game, I was like, oh, that's perfect. I'll definitely get this. And I am not disappointed. This is fantastic, especially for a Star Wars fan like me. Is crazy to actually be able to pilot, as good as I can, at least in VR, to be able to pilot an X-wing or TIE fighter, A-wings and bombers is very, very cool. So I am blown away by the PSVR. I did not see this coming. It is fantastic, and I'm sure same goes for any other VR situation set up on PC that is, like I said, of a higher graphical fidelity, higher visual fidelity. Jeez. I'm sure those are fantastic as well. And like the HTC Vive, I think that's the one I demoed. Stuff that you do in like Half-Life Alyx on PC, I'm sure that's as fantastic, if not more. And there's a ton of games now that I'm looking at to get on PSVR. It's like opened up a whole new world for me. And so this is, my new next gen experience. Obviously, this thing's been out a while, a few years on the PS4, but it's new to me and it's fascinating. And I can't wait to dig into more stuff and look forward to the future of VR. This is getting to where that kid that I was in the 90s, who, all these movies were coming out with the VR gimmick, if you will. This has finally reached that. I mean, obviously, when you talk about VR as far as like looking like real people and all that stuff, we're not there yet, but we're gonna get there. Like, it's going to happen, and you'll be able to feel like you're in real world settings, even though I don't really want to. I'm creeped out thinking about, like, you know, playing horror games using VR, because it is really good. You really feel like you're in there, especially when you put the headphones in. Man, you hear stuff behind you, to your side, and everywhere. It's surround, and it's immersive as hell. And horror games, I'm thinking, you know, Resident Evil 7 and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna fight through those games because I think it's just so cool to have VR at this quality, finally, for a 90s kid like myself. So yeah, I highly endorse the PlayStation VR. I give it an A plus, straight up and down. It is worth buying for sure. If you can get a great deal like I got, $180 for the camera, you know, freaking two Move controllers. You know, you get the I forget what they call the little box. Everything that you need to play it comes with this bundle I got for $180. I mean, that's a great deal. I'm not sure if you can get that, but the games are fascinating. I almost forgot to point out that Sony just dropped a bunch of free games. I forget what they call it. Like, is it Play at Home or something? PlayStation on PS4, and so you can. There's a bunch of, I don't want to say a bunch, but there's like 4 or so VR games. One of them's Astrobot. You can get Astrobot for free right now on the PlayStation 4. I think this is the last day, and when I'm recording this, it's March 31st. So, you know, when you see this video, it might be too late, but that's really cool. Like, you can really get into some stuff with some fantastic games for free. And I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What about VR? Do you like it? Do you think it's something you can be into? I'm a believer, totally a believer now. I was a naysayer before. So let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Thank you guys again for watching and listening, and I'll see you folks next time. Peace out. I'm just going to put this on because I got to get back into these worlds, man. Get back into these virtual worlds. I'll see you guys later. Wish me luck. Blah!